charging in. Pack opening fire as well. M10 in a not so happy position, but manages to get out, and looks like these engineers might want to get out as well before they are killed. Now being suppressed by mortar rounds. And might they make it out? No, they do not. Apparently not retreated, and we have a dead engineer on the ground. Grenadiers being suppressed by fire from their own mortar, apparently having decided to barrage that point and then moving in as troops. One thing you want to remember, you don't want to be careful with barrages in particular if you're expecting troops to move in, and now getting hit not only by their own mortar but by enemy howitzer fire. Certainly a bit silly. Machine guns for everyone, I do believe I heard, or something to that count. Thompson's having gotten submachine guns. And a second ranger team moving in, perhaps going for that victory point, or perhaps not, we'll have to see. Engineers charging out from that forward barracks. And we see a Puma has arrived on the field, not entirely sure what he wants to do with that. Grenadiers taking a bit of a break out the enemy base, not doing much. Although looks like they have been called out to take the fight to the Americans, in particular now since they are losing their last victory point, which is certainly not good. Puma might want to consider moving in as well to provide support with its auto cannon. Grenadier taking out one ranger with a Panzerschreck. Grenade killing one ranger and leaving only 3 rangers in fact behind to deal with these 3 grenadiers, or both teams with elite armor, since rangers do get elite armor for free when they reach the field. And what is this? A third ranger team also being equipped with Thompson submachine guns. And Germans moving in for the victory point, might facing artillery fire. And what is this? The LMG-42. I'd not recommend that. The LMG-42 I feel isn't really much useful, and I can certainly recommend better usage of your 75 munitions, as you can for example note. Doesn't do much on the move, and not entirely sure if that's even it doing much here. Or of course all the grenadiers with the rifles, which certainly managed to cut down the fleeing ranger. Artillery fire going in on the Fox grenadiers, trying to seize the point. So far not a single loss to the howitzer fire, quite miraculously. So that was a bit of a lucky move for the the German commander there. Charging into rangers with submachine guns. You generally don't want to be close to submachine guns. Grenadiers not stopping up when they have the LMG-42, which is certainly one of the many disadvantages, that you actually need to stand still with it compared to, for example, the BAR. And another grenadier down, opening fire, not doing much. In fact, in particular not against elite armor wager. Not hitting anything in fact, and might want to get out of there before they're killed. Another grenade going off, and dead. Medics moving in, and the last grenadier pulling back, leaving behind an LMG-42, and it looks like a ranger dropped a bazooka. And what is this? Bike trying to scout out the base and instead hitting a mine. Now we see the rangers are slowly advancing forwards, not grabbing that LMG-42, probably not because they have all the weapons they can carry, including submachine guns and bazookas. And we see a few grenadiers being carried out. And we see Captaintyre retreating from the field, not even having used his Puma at all, apparently deciding he cannot win this. And of course, let's have a look at what can be learned from this. Well, from starters, you really need to be aggressive to a certain extent, even as the defensive faction, in this case the Wehrmacht, which is certainly one of the more defensive ones. You still need to be aggressive, you still need to take the fight to your enemy. And in this case he rather failed, not really doing much here, which certainly could have done a lot to really mess up the American plans. Instead he just let them have the entire eastern half for the most of the game. I mean, we saw good wire usage to a certain degree, although then again we didn't see much of an effect from it because, well, he didn't really attack that Wehrmacht commander. Good mine usage, I mean, really placing mines can make a lot of a difference, and we certainly saw a few attacks being disrupted or something similar. And well, what else besides? Well, I think the main point here was being aggressive. I mean, the Wehrmacht player was simply too passive and not really trying to his best to keep the pressure up on the Americans forces. But there we go, the 91st Luftlande Division in disarray, pulling back from the field, leaving the 28th Infantry Division with the victory. Cheers.